This is my Brachypama avipulosum. Hungry, of course. This young and already displays all the curly hairs. Makes this tarantula look kind of cute and cuddly, huh? Well, as much as a tarantula can look cute and cuddly. This one does, though. Some people would be like, what? You're crazy. Also gave filled up the water dish there. A lot of my teas, right after they get through eating, they like to groom themselves and basically wash up in the water dish. So filled up the water. There we go. Alright, enjoy. This is my Acanthoscurria brocklehursti. Nice grab. Goodbye. Well, hope you enjoyed. That's all, folks. Lasiodora parahabana. Have 2 for 1. No problem. What I like to do with teas that are this small that can't have a water dish yet, I'll have a dry side of the enclosure and I'll have a wetter side of the enclosure. So if they want to be around a little more humidity and take a drink off of the sides of the enclosure or on the leaves or the substrate, they can go over here. If they don't want to be near water, they can go over here. Simple as that. They seem happy with that, as this one does with the 2 crickets. Alright, you enjoy. And here's one of the most popular brackies in the hobby, Brachypama smithii. Let's see if the Brachypama smithii would like a worm. Well, it might help if I drop the worm closer to it. Are you sick? Wow. Don't think you're in pre-molt. Not interested. That's unusual. Well, maybe it's in pre-molt. Or maybe it's just simply not hungry. I feed my teas once a week, typically. So, and as you can see, the abdomen is healthy size. So, guess not interested. You usually don't disappoint us. Oh well, you're still beautiful to look at. Merely an update. Well, I gave you some fresh water, so you enjoy that. Alright, thanks. This is the lair of my Brachypama vagans. Kathunk, grab. Yep. And goodbye. Sometimes this tea doesn't mind eating out in the open, and sometimes it likes to go into the cave. Well, you enjoy your meal. Got some fresh water too. Alright. This is my Nandu Colorado villosus. There you go. That's what happens when you try to kiss a tarantula. You get bit and then eaten. Alright, you enjoy that. Such a cute little tea. Alright. Sometimes we're lucky enough to get this one on camera and eating, and sometimes we're not. So, the tea is right here. It's a Poecilotheria striata. They do not like to eat in the light, but sometimes I can get this one to do that. I don't want to use my fingers, so... And of course not interested. Sorry, you can't even get a good view of that through the container. But the worm is burrowing itself, and the tea will just have to get it later. Boring. Yes, I know. Oh, there you go. There's a little bit of a view. And there's a moth that's flying in here. Tea might like that too. Yep, already at this stage in life, it already has the yellow warning legs, as you may have been able to see. So when you see those legs, those yellow legs flashing up at you, you better not even think about coming near it with your hand. Alright, that's enough for this one. Thanks. This is my Thrixopalma ocrity. Always a good eater. Let's see. I think we'll give this one 2 crickets today. Well, one's good for now, I guess. There we go. I've noticed with this particular species, well, at least mine anyway, walks in a very stealth-like fashion. Very slow, just like a ninja, and then pounces. So, yeah, it's deceptively slow at first, and then boom. The cricket didn't have a chance. That's the way this one is. I don't know if all of them are like this, but mine is. Would you like another one? Nope, happy with the one right now. Okay. Well, you enjoy that. Always one of my best eating slings. Alright. This is the one of the most respected tarantulas in the hobby. This is the Trinachilus murinus, the orange baboon. Oh, see a femur. I see 2 femurs. Look at that orange. You better hurry up, that worm's gonna burrow. Seemed interested, but then kind of backed off, so. No. Well, this tarantula can burrow too, so maybe it'll find it and get it later. I don't expect it to molt anytime soon. Alright, well, sorry for the letdown. They can't all be winners. Alright, thanks. This is my Nandu Carapanosis. Pretty shy on camera. Even now. This one does not like to eat on camera. I think I've gotten it once or twice. And that's about it. But I know it eats because I don't see any live crickets in there later on. And its abdomen looks healthy. So it eats. Just doesn't like the light or whatever. But there's an update. Alright. The next one will probably eat. This is my Ophonopama Simani. Let's see if this one eats like usual. Appears to be in the early stages of pre-molt. We'll see if that stops it. No. You got another one over there, the smaller one. This one's fun to watch. This one and my Thrixopoma ocriti are my two, and my geniculata are my three best eating slings. You gonna get the two? The second one? Not yet? Okay. Alright, well you enjoy your treats. Okay. And this is my eating machine sling. This is the Acanthoscurria geniculata. Yep. No problem. And you even have one or two more in there. So you enjoy. This is going to be one of my favorites after it's full grown, I know it. One of my favorite teas that Aiken has is his geniculata. I love that tea. Can't wait to see mine get that big. Alright, enjoy your treats. Well, have some bad news today. My first casualty. This is my Australian blue leg, Phallogia species. And this happened to Frankie Cato as well. He bought one of these and his passed away not too long after he had it as well. And unfortunately, there hasn't been a lot of info out there on this species, so maybe, you know, because of that, maybe we did something wrong. Maybe there wasn't enough moisture. I don't know. This is disappointing. So Frankie Cato, I feel your pain. This was going to be a very beautiful tarantula. It was going to be a silvery gray color with blue femurs. What a shame. What a terrible loss. I knew something was wrong because look what I found in the enclosure. A dead cricket. And so I thought, okay, that cricket has been in there a long time. And that's unusual. So I dug up the enclosure and there I found it. It's not a molt. It's the dead tarantula, because it molted actually not too long prior to this. So, well, that's just the way it goes. So that's my first casualty. So now I own 19 teas instead of 20. So, don't know when I'll be able to afford my next one. Money's pretty tight right now. But if any of you would like to give me some advice on what would be a cool tea to buy next that isn't going to break the bank, I would greatly appreciate it. And what a disappointment, but that's just the way it goes. Alright. Stay tuned to the next tea. Well, look who's in heavy pre-molt. Very dark abdomen, very swollen abdomen. This is the Brachypalma bomi. Also refusing food, so we will not feature this one in a feeding video, of course. So I'm just going to give it some moisture to drink and just leave it at that. So hopefully we'll see the vibrant orange legs show up really well after the next molt, and I'll keep you updated. Alright, thanks. This is my Chromatopalma cyanopubescens. And off into the webbing you go. That worm is history. Okay. Well, you enjoy. I got you some water too. There you are. Sorry you can't see the blue legs very well with this type of lighting. But believe me, the legs are beautiful blue. Carapace is green, abdomen is orange. One of the best looking teas in the hobby. One of the most affordable for the beauty too. Alright, you enjoy your worm. Thanks. Look at this mess. What are you doing in here? Look at this. This is my Ceratogyrus brachycephalus, the greater horned baboon. And for some reason, this one has decided to do a huge makeover. It's dug a hole there. It's buried its water dish. It's doing all that to the dirt there in front of the enclosure. What in the world? Are you fixing a molt or something and you're trying to close yourself in? My goodness. Wow. Well, or maybe you were digging up a worm that you denied or a cricket you denied the other day. I guess that's possible too. You even took some of the pebbles out of the water dish. And there you go. Into your dungeon. Okay, well, I'm going to leave most of everything the way it is, because I don't like to ruin the progress of a tarantula. But I will have to remove the substrate there so I can give it some water and put the pebbles back in. So I won't give it anything to eat this time, because this is some sort of transition that this tea is about to go through. I think if it wasn't digging for a prey item, I think it's going to be going through something. It's harder to tell with the old world species when they're going to molt. So hasn't molted for me yet, so it could happen, I guess, any time. Alright, well, there you have it. At least you got to see about 3 legs or so. Alright, thanks. This is the enclosure of my Heteroscadra immaculata. I'm not going to feature this one in a video because you can't see it. And so all I did was just spray mist it and gave it some crickets. So it will enjoy the crickets in its dark little cave it made. Alright, thanks. Well, this is where my Psalmopoeus erminia resides. You can barely see a leg down there. And we'll see if it's hungry. Yep, it took it. Sorry, it's focusing more on that than the tea. Anyway, it does seem to like its new enclosure. I have some cork bark right there for it to climb on. And just some leaves over there in the water dish, and some wood. So it seems to really like its new home. It likes to stay down here most of the time. Well, there you go. Enjoy. I believe we have 2 more teas left. This is my Grammostola rosea, the very first tarantula I acquired. Let's see if this one's still in its, I think we're on week 3 or 4 now of fasting. So we'll see if it's over yet. Nope, not interested. Would have taken it by now if it wanted it. What, are you interested? You acted a little interested there. No. Okay. Alright. Well, we get a good look at her. Beautiful pink carapace. Underrated in my opinion. Alright, 1 more tea left. I bet you can guess which one it is. This is my final tarantula in my collection. This is the 9-dew chromatus, whom I named Fruitcake. Oh, isn't that sweet? You give us a nice little threat posture to end our video today. Well, okay. I can take a hint. I was going to offer you a worm. Want that? Okay. That would be a no again. Fine then. Sheesh. Guess you don't want that. Alright. What better way to end the video than to have a cranky tarantula, right? Although I don't know, I was kind of hoping for feeding, but that's okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching.